What's up guys, it's here buying over Quad. If you guys are watching this video right now, you're either currently downloading or waiting to download the new Warzone slash Modern Warfare update 1.55 for Call of Duty Warzone Pacific. And this update is a huge one. It includes Rebirth Island map updates, the new ARMAGUERRA 43 SMG, and freaking just a bunch of new stuff on Rebirth Island especially, and much more. So if you guys are excited to see everything coming to Warzone with this 1.55 update, and you guys are wondering like what you should be prepared for and when the update is, and you know how big the update is in general, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on those post notifications. On this channel, I usually upload Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer gameplay, but I wanted to make a video update on Warzone because I'm going to be covering the new SMG on my Warzone channel. So if you want to see more Warzone content, then go ahead and check out my main channel, just Hero. But if you want to see more aspects of me in terms of multiplayer gameplay, then definitely stay here on the second channel. I upload entertaining gameplay every single day on Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer. So you love both my Warzone side and my Vanguard side, I welcome you. You're absolutely freaking incredible. And with that said, all out of the way, let's talk about this trailer that they pretty much brought out. So they're talking about how Rebirth Island has changed into Rebirth Reinforced, basically taking in the place in the 1950s to the 60s, and Rebirth Island looks pretty crazy. They added this nice little boat area, which they're showing off. They added this nice little ice axe. They have, Mayhem reimagined, just craziness all over. Just once again showing like boat gameplay in the weapon trade station where you can trade your item for another gun or even more items, which is really insane. And we'll talk about these a little bit more in depth once later on. But that was the ARMAGUERRA SMG that you guys just saw in-game footage. It's pretty cool. A nice little snipe and much more. But yeah, nice little preview to see what we're gonna see here in the update. And yeah, before we get to the actual meat of the update, go ahead and talk about how big this update is and when it'll be installed. So how big is this update? Well, on PS4 and on PS5, the update is around 8.9 gigabytes. So kind of using that as context clues, it should be around 8.9 gigabytes on Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S and Xbox One, on that side of the family. And then on PC, it might be a little bit more just because PC updates are usually a little bit larger. So maybe 10 gigabytes, 11 gigabytes, which is a pretty substantial update, especially for Rebirth Island map updates. And if you guys are curious as to when this update is actually going to be taking place, it's actually taking place at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be taking place at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're in like the UK slash, most of Europe, it should be around like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. your time. This kind of depends on your region. As you're watching this video, I think this video should be out at around like 10:30, 11-ish. So you might have like an hour or an hour and a half if you're one of the first viewers to the channel here to kind of prepare the update. So this update is going to be pretty much ready momentarily after this video goes up, which is nice because I can get into the action on my main YouTube channel, which would be pretty dope. But now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the main pieces of this update. Rock and roll. Also, sorry if I'm hella quiet in this video. I was recording most of this at 3 a.m. when my girlfriend was sleeping, so hopefully you enjoy. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff. Now, in case you guys didn't know, I actually got a chance to talk with one of the Raven devs in a private call before they announced the Season 2 Reloaded update, so they kind of gave me some background info as to why Rebirth Island was kind of transformed and why they made some of the changes and future changes that we're going to see. So hopefully I can provide you guys with some good background info on this whole Rebirth Island Reinforced, but go ahead and go into it. So as we all know, they updated a bunch of the parts of the map to make Rebirth play a lot more better. As you guys know, Rebirth is a very good map to play on, but it's not perfect. There's obviously some spots that aren't that good to play against, and some spots that can be improved on, and that's exactly what they did with Rebirth Reinforced. So let's talk about some of those POIs that they kind of changed. One area that they changed drastically was the security area, which is now known as Stronghold, and it legit is a stronghold, as you guys can see from the image on screen right now. This POI was one of the least popular areas in the old Rebirth Island, so they wanted to breathe some new fresh air into this area to bring players in a more engaging destination with other areas to fight for around the map. They basically want more people to land there, which is pretty nice. Now, even though it's still the lowest lying area of the map, the area known as Stronghold now features an extended checkpoint gate, a new radar building, and a redeploy balloon. These additions all offer verticality and opportunities for better rotations, close quarter engagements, and exploration. So honestly, that redeploy balloon is gonna really come in clutch because you can just loot up, get your loadout, and then fly on the redeploy balloon and go somewhere else across the map, which is actually really nice when you think about it. These redeploy balloons are gonna change the map drastically. With the 2 buildings also added into this area, it's going to play a lot better when you're trying to challenge somebody from, you know, obviously somewhere on top of the tents area, because now you'll actually have some cover. So in all, security slash stronghold is going to be way better. Can't wait to play on this. Other areas that got updated are the docks area and the factory area, which now both have a ship on there, which is actually pretty cool. The docks area is located near the control center with that extra ship on there. So there's that control center was already pretty lit, but now with the new ship and the docks area there, it's going to be a lot more contested and very good for high kill gameplays, I feel like. And there's also another ship at the Nova 6 factory, which is a lot more bigger and can actually rival the height of the top of the factory. So if you want to get on top of the ship and challenge people on top of the factory, you can actually do that. So it kind of gives you a nice little vantage point in trying to body people on the rooftop that you might have not been able to challenge beforehand. So that's a good way to kind of balance the map, if you ask me. And the last major change to Rebirth Island is the prison courtyard. With Rebirth Reinforced, there are now new cover pieces and green tents within the courtyard, a refortified wall complete with guard stations, and a walkway that fully wraps around to a repainted water tower. The walkway adds an additional platform level towards the bottom of the notorious structure and connects it to the prison steps using existing concrete pathways. So now that courtyard is going to feel a lot more connected to the prison, which I think is good because, you know, you do definitely want some cover. They added some tense areas there as well, and it is kind of a death trap whenever you found people in there. Hopefully, I mean, I did kind of like the fact that it was kind of open-ended because it was either a risk to try and get like to the buy station or not. But we'll see how this sort of plays out in the map. This is one change that I am kind of worried about, and other people are too. But let me know if you guys are excited for all these map changes on Rebirth Reinforced. Now let's talk about the Rebirth Reinforced event. The Rebirth Reinforced event is similar to events we've had in the past. When you finish all the objectives for getting some like rewards and stuff, you'll get the ultimate reward of the Toxic Heavy LMG blueprint, which you guys can see right here. And on top of these regular objectives are community challenges. So basically like a community contract back during like the BO3 days, and I believe World War II was the last time we've seen like community contracts, which is crazy. And with these community contracts, we'll receive weapon trade stations, communication stations, armored transport vehicles, and even golden vaults, which will have in-match rewards as well as permanent ones for those who can like get into it, which is pretty crazy. When the weapon trade station is finally in Warzone, here's what you can expect. You can trade in any sort of rarity gun and you'll get a certain set of rewards, and I can actually list the rewards in front of you guys right now. If you trade in a common rarity gun, you'll get a gun with a full clip, 1 magazine or clip with no additional ammo, so just you get a gun for a gun. If you get an uncommon rarity gun, which I believe is the green, you get a common rarity gun with a full clip, 1 randomized lethal equipment, and 1 randomized tactical equipment, so you get more bang for your buck there. If you get a rare gun or melee weapon of any rarity into the weapon trade station, you get a common rarity gun with a full clip, armor satchel rare field upgrade, and gas mask. If you trade in an epic rarity gun, you get the uncommon rarity gun with a full clip, self-revive kit, $500 or $800, armor satchel or epic kill streak or epic field upgrade. If you trade in a legendary ultra heroic gun, you get a rare rarity gun with a full clip plus 2 extra clips, $800 or $1200, a legendary kill streak, a legendary field upgrade, or in extremely rare cases, a specialist token, 1 random lethal or tactical equipment, and if you trade in your custom gun, depending on the number of the attachments, you receive a different trade from the weapon trade station. The higher number, the higher the trade. There is even a special deal at all weapon lockers during fire sales where any weapon can be traded in for an incredible offer. But like all good sales, we'll leave that for the bargain hunters to find, so definitely use the weapon trade stations during fire sales. There might be something special there. Now let's talk about the new modes that are going to be coming into Rebirth Island Reinforced with this new update, one for each week. So for the first week, we have Rebirth Island Resurgence solos, which is actually pretty tight. This is the one I'm excited about the most, and I'm glad it's the first one because this is something that I've wanted to play for like the last year. In Rebirth Resurgence solos, you guys might be thinking, how are you going to respawn if you have no teammates? Well, you actually have a 30-second timer on you every time you spawn in. And if you survive for those 30 seconds, then you'll have that rebirth redeploy active. So when you get bodied again after those 30 seconds, then you'll be able to respawn again. Also, you can lower that 30-second timer every time you damage your opponents, body them, loot, just like in the regular resurgence modes. I think this mode is going to be a banger. It's going to play really well, and if enough people play it, I think it can become a permanent mode, and I really pray they make it permanent. So if you've been hoping for some resurgence solos just like myself, go ahead and hop into it. I'll definitely be in that mode, going crazy. For the second week, we have Rebirth Payload. And if you guys don't remember what Payload is, we had Payload on Verdansk. Basically, there's like a big moving truck or whatever, and you like get kills or whatever the case is. Just look up like Payload gameplay on YouTube. You guys can see what I'm talking about. And we have Rebirth Blood Money, which is basically plunder. We're actually going to have a plunder mode inside of Rebirth where you can grind your weapons and collect cash and the regular stuff. So pretty cool. The only exciting one out of these three modes is Resurgence Solos, in my opinion, because solos. So that's something to kind of think about for these next couple of weeks. Let me know what new mode you're excited about the most. And for the most part, that's everything coming into the Warzone update for Rebirth Island. Obviously, in specific, we got the new SMG to the ARMAGUERRA 43, which, in case you guys are curious, I did actually make a video on in terms of Vanguard multiplayer on my main channel. I'll probably have a video uploaded on my channel here, the More Carnage Hero channel, in like tomorrow or later tonight. In case you guys are curious, if you guys want to see it in more multiplayer action. But if you guys are looking for Warzone action, it'll be on my main channel sometime later today. So if you guys subscribe to my main channel to see the ARMAGUERRA 43 in action, and Snoop Dogg should be coming into Warzone at some time after this update. It's not going to be at the launch of the update, obviously. He's actually going to be coming on April 19th. So keep a lookout for Snoop Dogg. He's going to be freaking crazy. But Rebirth Island is changing for the better, at least I hope, and hopefully we all enjoy it. I'm hoping to enjoy Resurgence solos, use that ARMAGUERRA 43, and just go crazy on this new iteration of Rebirth Island. If you guys enjoyed my energy and my passion, hopefully you guys drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. I usually upload Vanguard multiplayer, like I said before. If you want to see more Warzone stuff, go to my main channel. And also, sorry for being a little bit quiet. My girlfriend's sleeping right now. I'm recording this video at like 3 a.m. So, hope you guys understand. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I love you all.